You must apply what's up here into the real world in order to be successful. You could be a mega genius and never apply yourself, and you'll be poor and destitute or never reach your fullest potential. Because what you can control is how you apply things, application into the real world to actualize whatever dreams you have. That's part of the podcast, actualizing your future potential. The harder the final product is, the further away you are from theory to your final product, the more likely you're going to have to go through the ARR. Apply, revise, reiterate, reapply. Apply. You're going to do that hundreds of times. Well, guess what? Most people don't have the mental strength, the stamina, the determination, the persistence, the consistency to go through that ARR hundreds of times. It's a very, very simple process, but very, very hard to apply. Just like the path to success. Very, very simple process. Just keep doing, keep going, keep going, keep going. But very, very hard to apply. That's why you don't see a lot of successful people. I'm giving you the meat and bones right here on how to be successful. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the End-to-End Podcast, and I'm your host, Dr. Yun Win, also known as the Ninja, prolific ninja by my family and friends. And because you all, my fans, are my family and friends, you can call me Ninja too. This is the End-to-End Podcast, the Alpha to the Omega, the beginning to the end, talking about life, motivation, drive, success, self-improvement, and offering you morsels in this all-you-can-eat buffet called life. Back in the studio, my gosh, it's been a whirlwind, not just in my life, but overall for the country. I mean, with this Doge thing, finding fraud, trillions and trillions of dollars. Did you know that the U.S. Treasury misallocated $4.7 trillion unaccounted for, untraceable? That's just crazy. As a hardworking American, and I'm sure all of you out there are, I don't know how that makes you feel, but that makes me feel just kind of enraged a little bit. But that being said, there's so much going on. Before I get into the main topic of the podcast, I'm going to start my episode as I start every day. If you're new to the show, I'm a physician, lawyer, business guy, entrepreneur, involved in tech, crypto, just a lot of things. But in order to do that, every morning that I wake up, I thank God in the universe for another opportunity to be great, to live to my fullest controllable potential, and hopefully inspire somebody else out there, anywhere, just one person to live to their fullest controllable potential. And with that, I want to thank you all. Thank you all out there who've been liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the show, sharing the reels, sharing just everything. It warms my heart. We do this for free, meaning that we don't take sponsorship money at the moment. So I do this on my own dime, on my own time. There's a whole team here to get this content out for you. I spend my money to get this content out to you. So, to grow the show, we rely on you all to share the show. And so we do this on what I call a karmic exchange. I'm giving you this for free. So if you learn something out of this episode or any other episode, restore that karmic balance. Don't owe me any karma by not sharing the show. If you learn something, even minutely, or if you found any value, please do share the show. As I like to say, if your knowledge swole, share the show. That is how we grow. We're wrapping up on the academic school year for those of you out there who are students or whatever in the States, or I don't know what the schedule is across the world. But right now, we're getting close to wrapping up the academic school year. And Nate, my son, is about to go to college. And in that viewpoint, in looking for courses and career plans and degree plans and all that through college, I was reminded in my college experience on how there are two types of courses. Many courses were theoretical, and very few courses were applied. Okay, and how does that relate to success in the real world? Okay, so for example, there was theoretical calculus and applied calculus. There was theoretical physics and applied physics. There was theoretical chemistry, applied chemistry, where you had to go into the lab. Theoretical organic chemistry, applied organic chemistry. All these classes, okay, theoretical and applied. Okay? And how does that relate to your pathway of success? Because success is not based in the theoretical world. Success and reaching your goals is based in the applied world. Okay, you must apply what's up here into the real world in order to be successful. You could be a mega genius and never apply yourself, and you'll be poor and destitute, or never reach your fullest potential, fullest controllable potential. Because what you can control is how you apply things, application into the real world to actualize whatever dreams you have. That's part of the podcast, actualizing your future potential, actualizing your future self. And part of that bridge is you must apply. So what is a simple process to get to the final product, which is you, your success, which is you and reaching your goals? Okay? There's a feedback loop, just like the Doge example I gave earlier. There's a feedback loop. Okay? The theoretical is, okay, it's all in your head. You know, I feel like I want to do this. And so in my mind, I build a plan to do that. Whatever it is. Network more. Get your career path. Earn more money. Buy that house. Buy that supercar. Do whatever you want. Help as many people as you want. Whatever that is, there's a theory on how to get there. It's the same thing. There's a theory of gravity, allegedly, right? But there's no application of gravity until you drop something, right? There's a theory of, the Pythagorean theorem, but there's no application, if you don't know, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, whatever that is. There's no application of that until you actually measure angles in architecture and design. Okay, so there's a theory on how to get to your goals, but that's all it is. It's a theory. It's in phantom world. It's in a figment of your imagination. It's in this mental realm where nothing happens in reality until you apply. Okay, so I use a process called TARP, T-A-R-R-P. You develop your theory, and then you start to apply it. You start to apply whatever process or steps that are in your theoretical plan. You apply it, and here's the thing. Sometimes you get the results that you want. Sometimes you don't. Actually, a lot of times you don't get the results that you want. So whatever is in your mind of theoretical success, you have to test it and apply it. So when you apply it, more often than not, it doesn't work. So then what happens? You go to the next R. The next R is you revise. Okay? Theory, apply, revise. Okay? Or reiterate. Revise, reiterate, whatever. So you're going back kind of to the theory, but you're revising your theory based on how you applied it the first time. Then the second R is reapply. It's very simple. So theory, apply. If it works, great. You're at the P, which I'll talk to you about. But if it doesn't, then you're going to reiterate, revise, and then reapply. And you're going to do that cycle as many times as you need to. Sometimes it's none. You theory, apply, result. Okay? Product is what I call the final P, final product. Theory, apply, final product. Okay? Or it might take two cycles. Theoretical, apply, revise, reapply, revise, reapply, revise, reapply, final product. However many times you got to do it to get to the goal of that step. Okay? So, for example, in my situation, I was just at in Austin last week talking about PFAS. PFAS is the forever chemical. We have a massive campaign. We're over 400 cancer clients that we're helping related to the forever chemical contaminating the waterways. Okay, it doubles your risk of cancer. It's been around for decades. Go to pfasinjuryattorney.com to learn more. So I go to Austin in Texas because we have an opportunity to meet state reps and state senators and understand their position on PFAS, okay? And the changes that I want them to make to help me help as many cancer clients as I can. So this first time, in theory, I want to go in there and make these politicians aware of what PFAS even is. Okay? So theoretically, go in, gonna knock the door, talk to a staffer, talk to whoever, talk about PFAS, and then if I have a chance, get them to bite on how I want to change things. Okay? But what I found more often than not, knock on the door, talk to a staffer, they have no clue. The state rep or the state senator is not there because they're in session or whatever. And in theory, I wanted to push my agenda, but I never got the opportunity to. Okay, so theory, I'll go in, knock on the door, talk to people. The result I wanted, the final product was pushing my agenda, but it didn't happen. So now I got to go back and revise or reiterate on my plan before I can actually get back to the state rep or state senator to go implement my agenda. And I got to do that as many times. So I got to go back to Austin. Go talk to people, talk, and then ultimately we're at the final product. I potentially get what I want. And so that's the same thing for you all. TARP, just remember it. Theory, apply, revise, reiterate, reapply as many times. So it could be TARP, right, to your final product. Okay, now why does this matter? Because this is where a lot of people, you're probably already doing it, but you haven't distilled it into a protocol or a process. But this is where a lot of people fall off. Because there's multiple steps. So most people fall off because they never get from T to A. They never get from theory to apply. They never start. Okay, they never start. So most people, over half, I would venture to say, or more, never start. And so they never get from theory to application anyways, because they're just living in their own head. Okay, I think I want to do this. Conditions not perfect. And we're going to talk about in another episode. What about this? What about that? Failure, embarrassment, this, that, and the other. They never start. So they never get to the process anyways. So if you just apply yourself, you're ahead more than half of your competition or more. Okay? Now here's the main second area most people fail. Okay? Remember, you can go through the ARR, tens, 20s, hundreds of times before you get to final product. Okay? The harder the final product is, the further away you are from theory to your final product, the more likely you're going to have to go through the ARR. Apply, reiterate, revise, reapply. Apply, revise, reiterate, reapply. Apply. You're going to do that hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. Well, guess what? Most people don't have the mental strength, the stamina, the determination, the persistence, the consistency to go through that ARR hundreds of times. They're just going to fall off. The longer it stretches out to the P, the final product, the more likely people are going to fall off. So what does that mean? Just keep going. Keep going. You're going to be ahead of more than half your competition because they don't even start. They live in their head. And then you're going to beat 90% of the rest because most will fall off. And so now when you get to your final product, it might be just you standing. And what happens with you just standing? You own the market. You own the competition. You make a shitload of money because you're the last man standing or woman. It's a very, very simple process, but very, very hard to apply. Just like the path to success. Very, very simple process. Just keep doing, keep going, keep going, keep going. But very, very hard to apply. That's why you don't see a lot of successful people. I'm giving you the meat and bones right here on how to be successful. Apply, reiterate, revise, reapply. Apply, reiterate, revise, reapply. Apply, revise, reiterate, reapply. Sounds boring as fuck. It is. Sounds mundane as hell. It is. Sounds repetitive. It's all get out. Like Groundhog Day. It is. But you see, those that can last and withstand all of that in light of failure, embarrassment, what are they going to say about me? I'm better than this, self-doubt. Mixed in all of that, if you can get to the P, the final product, you win automatically, or automagically, as I tell my daughter. You automatically win. You just got to get to that P. Okay, so TARP, remember that. Theory, apply, reapply, reiterate. Theory, apply, reiterate, revise, reapply, final product. TARP. Theory, apply, revise, reiterate, reapply, final product. And you're going to have to go through that cycle so many times before you actually get to the final product. So with that, there's always two sides of it. Theory, application. Just like in college courses, if you've been in college, even in high school, theory, application, right? Even in sports, theory is the game plan. You don't win the game unless you apply and execute. Same thing, okay? There's a game plan for success, but then there's actually applying the game plan and executing to success. So keep it simple. But for now, just start. Just start applying yourself. And you're already ahead of half your competition. Glad to be back. Wow, it's going warp speed. I think the pace and mood set in Washington is flowing down actually to the local level, because all my friends, all my colleagues, all my business partners, they're blowing and going. There's no stopping. It feels like if you don't move fast enough, it feels like New York. Like if you don't move fast enough, if you're standing still, you're actually going backwards, because that's how fast things are going. If you haven't looked into the gold situation, look it up. Maybe we'll talk on that the next episode. If you haven't looked in the crypto situation, look it up. Maybe we'll talk about that in the next episode. If you haven't looked into peace talks in Ukraine, look it up. Do your research. Maybe we'll talk about that in the next episode on a POV or something like that. But in this particular episode, all I want you to do is apply yourself. So glad to be back. I'm going to close my show as I close my day. Again, I can't do anything. I can't do anything of this. I can't bring this to you, do my regular day's work, earn, help as many people as possible and earn as much money as I can without the help of God in the universe. So as I'm going to close my show as I close my days, which is before I close my eyes at night. I thank God in the universe for another day to be great. Hopefully have inspired just one person to live to their fullest controllable potential. And hopefully that's you. And so with that, don't leave me a karmic debt. If you learned something about the show, which I'm sure you did, because no one has ever heard about TARP before this episode. So if you learned something, please do share the show, restore that karmic debt, or you can visit my websites, CuraConnector.com, LegacyXToken.com, or most importantly, if anybody has cancer, has been affected by cancer, go to PFASinjuryAttorney.com or at PFAS Lawyer and X. We're doing so many things in the area of water contamination with PFAS, the forever chemical, that doubles the risk of developing cancer. So, and 99% of Americans already have PFAS in their blood. So if that is you, please refer them to us. By supporting my businesses, you're also supporting the show and balancing that karmic debt. So with that, if you're knowledgeable, share the show. That's how we grow. Be great today, but be even more grateful, as I am grateful for you for supporting the show. Talk to you very soon.